Over the past 3 years, I've used YouTube to grow my business in ways that I've never imagined. And the crazy part is, none of this income came from usual YouTuber income streams such as ad revenue or brand sponsorship. But instead, I focused on long-form organic videos. Videos that connected with the right people and brought them straight into my business. Fast forward to today, and YouTube has become my #1 lead generation tool, bringing in not only high quality clients, but actual deals over $475,000 in revenue, not counting a single dollar from AdSense as well. So if you're a business owner like me and you haven't tapped into the power that YouTube could have to transform your business, you're leaving so much money on the table. Seriously, just imagine waking up to notifications, not for ad revenue, but for clients booking calls into your business. All because they watched your content, are super warmed up to your brand, and are ready to purchase what you're offering. That's the power of what I'm about to share, and all you have to do is follow these 3 steps that we're going to cover. Number 1, we're going to talk about creating long-form, value-packed content. Number 2, we're going to teach you how to use strategic call to actions in your videos. And number 3, we're going to talk about actually optimizing your videos to not only reach the right audience, but also be in line with YouTube's main goal with their algorithm. Here's the thing, 3 years ago, I wasn't a YouTube expert. I knew nothing about the YouTube algorithm. I didn't know how to edit videos, how to craft thumbnails, and I had a following of 0. But what I did have was a business, a passion for helping people, and a clear vision on what value I could provide to my ideal audience. So you don't have to know anything about YouTube to get started making money in your business, and we're about to get started teaching you how. So you might be wondering, why is YouTube the platform to do this on? Why not TikTok, Instagram? Those are blowing up with short form content. I'm just gonna dance and go viral. Well, it's because people go to YouTube with problems. They're searching for solutions, answers, and inspiration. And that's where you come in. If you could create content that solves their problems or provides what they're looking for, you become the ultimate authority for anything in that space. YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine in the world, and people who are going on search engines usually have intent. They're not looking to doom scroll, but instead they're looking for somebody to solve their problems, provide an offer to them as well. So step number 1, we're going to talk all about creating long-form, value-packed content. So first, get out a piece of paper, think about your ideal audience, and answer these questions. What are they struggling with? What questions do they have? And what are they actively searching out? And what you could do is go to YouTube, type those questions in the search bar, and see what people are already making content about, which ones have the highest views, which ones are the most relevant. Watch those videos, go on online forums, go on Google, and see what articles are out there that your ideal audience would be searching out. This will give you a good idea on the landscape that is already set out for your viewers. In that case, you could find gaps, or you could find different positioning angles in order to provide more value or value in a different way. And what you want to do is basically take a list of all of the questions you see popping up. And it could be something as simple as if you teach people how to start an Airbnb business. If you type in your search bar, how to start an Airbnb business, you're going to find a lot of different searches that will be suggested below that, and those are great ideas for content as well. A lot of times they'll be longer tail keywords. So instead of just how to start an Airbnb business, you might see how to start an Airbnb business with no money, or some specifics on that industry. Take notes of all of that. Keep it in a Google Doc. This is going to give you inspiration and going to give you a foundation to come back to with search-based content. Now, I talked about this in other videos. You could also use tools like vidIQ and TubeBuddy to do more keyword research and see if the competition's low or if the search volume is high. Those 2 things make a great match for you to start ranking for the content that you're making instantly. And when you get this simple part right, you start to attract not just viewers, but clients into your business. This is reaching people with the most intent, and that's why I love search-based content on YouTube. And that's personally how I grew my real estate business, by targeting keywords that my ideal clients were searching out. For example, living in Pittsburgh, moving to Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh real estate, Pittsburgh new construction, I rank #1 and in the #1 channel in my market for what I serve, which is Pittsburgh real estate and relocation. A big problem I see people making with their business content is chasing virality over the right viewers. And it's a big mindset shift that all of us business owners have to make when it comes to creating content. Everybody likes to track views, subscribers, and what I like to call vanity metrics, but what you should be tracking is clients and leads into your business, because this is going to let you know if you're reaching the right audience, if these people are taking action and truly finding value in your content. We saw Alex Hormozi make a big shift on content he was creating because he was creating content primarily for business owners. Then he started trying the broad approach, which was cooking with Hormozi, best protein foods. And what he noticed was he was talking to his ideal audience and they were literally saying, yeah, it seems like your videos aren't for me anymore. And he was like, my videos should be exactly for you because you are my ideal audience. So instead of tracking views, subscribers, and those things into his business, he stopped with the broad content and continued with the very niche content, speaking specifically to business owners, and only started tracking his RPM and his client inflow into his business. Because that's the purpose of making content, is to get the right people into your business so that you could further serve them. Not making videos just to feel cool or get a lot of views and show your friends. That is not serving our higher purpose. You want to kind of think of your videos like a magnet. A viral video might bring everybody to your channel, but a strategic video attracts the right people who should be in your channel and who are actually aligned with your business. So how do you know what content to create? Well, here's the harsh truth. Your audience doesn't care about your business. They care about how you can help them. So you want to think of YouTube kind of like a giant library. Every video you create is like a book on the shelf, but people aren't just going to browse randomly. Usually they're searching for something specific. Your job is to create the book that they're already looking for. So instead of making generic content, I made content that was how to solve a specific problem, the 5 mistakes you're making with specific business or industry, how I did this, which is their desired outcome or goal, so you can just copy me. These videos weren't about me, but they were about them. So I like to study what's already being taught in my niche, what performed the best, and what unique angle I could add to it. Unique angles could be something as simple as adding actually to your title. So how to actually solve this problem kind of signifies that all of the other information isn't telling you the right information, but mine will. Or you could add more credibility to your videos just by the packaging, by basically saying like this title, I made over $475,000 with my business using YouTube. Here's how you could do the same. That shows, okay, this person's credible, they actually did something, they achieved the result I'm looking to achieve, let's learn from them. It worked on you, didn't it? And this is extremely crucial to succeeding on YouTube, and it's the power of long form videos and why they work so well. Now, short videos might grab your attention, but long form videos actually build trust. When someone watches you for 10, 15, 20 minutes, they start to feel like they know you, and people buy from people they trust. Google actually did a study about content and what it takes to turn a stranger into a buyer, and they called it the 7-11-4 rule, which basically touched on the point that buyers or viewers need to watch your content for 7 hours across 11 touch points in 4 different locations to turn from a stranger into a buyer. Now, if your YouTube videos are an average of 20 to 40 minutes, you will start converting people way faster than making 20-second to 1-minute clips compared to a 40-minute video. And you would have to make so much more short form videos compared to 1 to 20 long forms. You might have to make hundreds and hundreds of short. Long form not only nurtures your audience, builds trust, brings new people into your world for true value, but it also builds a brand and allows them to connect with you deeper than short form ever will. That's why I don't even like to mess around with YouTube Shorts, to be honest. Yeah, it could bring people into your long form videos. From what I've learned from several mentors is Shorts could actually mess up your analytics by lowering your average view duration, although YouTube is working on separating the Shorts from the long form and how that will affect your overall channel analytic. My mentors told me it's still kind of icky to work with and you're better off just focusing completely on long form videos. Now we do use short form in some channels I personally work with and it does do well. I don't see it messing up the analytics. We are still ranking #1 for search terms that get millions of monthly searches. So it really depends on the strategy and how we want to go about it with specific channels. But for this channel, for my real estate channel, I do not do any short. I'd rather spend that time making more long form videos as I know how well that works. And I know that YouTube's goal is to keep people on the platform as long as possible and to make sure that they're satisfied. So if I can make long videos and my average view durations are over 6 to 10 minutes, that signifies to YouTube to push my content out to more people because it keeps them on longer and in turn YouTube could feed these people more ads and they can make their money and complete their business objective. So I always want to be in line with YouTube's goals and what's going to help them because in turn that's going to help me grow my channel. Now, think about your personal situation. Have you ever watched a long form video and thought, okay, this person just provided me so much value. I love this person, I'm following them, I'm listening, and if you see them pop up again, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm clicking on that. They provided so much value in the last one. I know I get sucked in this rabbit hole, being that my business is on YouTube. I get on YouTube a lot. I've been on the platform as a consumer since I was a little kid, nonstop watching YouTube. And the thing is, I've built such strong relationships, I guess it's one-sided relationships, with all of the creators I would watch. I remember watching people that would help me cold call for real estate and help me with all of these different technicals when I first got started. And I literally feel indebted to these people. They taught me so much for free that I would end up buying their courses. I would end up viewing them as the authority. And if anyone said anything about the topic they taught, I would say you have to watch this person. They provide so much value. They are the best. So I saw how it worked on me. I truly valued the people that were making long form videos, but short form, there's so many creators and I just scroll through. I forget who I'm watching. Yeah, they might entertain me for a few seconds, but other than that, I'm not building as deep of relationships as the people who I've consumed their long form. So I usually like to study myself, what works on me, and then go back and see how I could apply that to my business. Now, you can make all of the long form videos you want, but you will not convert your audience until you understand the next point, which is strategic call to action. To be honest, this is where a lot of people drop the ball. They make great content, but they forget to tell their audience what to do next, or they don't know how to structure their call to actions properly. And it was a mistake I made when I first started. I put my call to actions at the very beginning because I had a mentor tell me that you want to make sure you don't just put it at the end because only a small percentage of your audience watches until the very end. So he said, throw it in the beginning. And that's what I did. And then I studied my analytics. I saw a huge drop off or a huge skip on that section. And I realized that's not what the viewers wanted. And that's the power of studying your analytics. I'm in my analytics every single day. I'm obsessed with it, but I study drop-offs, retention. As soon as I post a video, I'm monitoring that click-through rate, the view duration, making sure that that title might need tweaked, the thumbnail might need tweaked, and is the video communicating the right message? And if the average view duration is low, why are these people dropping off? Is packaging not communicating what the video is actually about? Is it that the title needs spiced up more? There's many factors that go into it, but tracking your analytics and where people drop drop off or where you retain them the most or where they spike up is extremely crucial to understanding what your audience actually wants to hear. That way, the next videos you make could touch better on that because the goal is to serve the audience. So I noticed they were dropping off when I did that. Obviously, they don't want to hear it yet. I didn't provide any value. I'm giving a sales pitch at the beginning of a video. But first, you want to provide value, and my strategy is to put the call to action about a third way through. So it's going to be after you did your first section, you taught your first lesson, throw your call to action in there, but not the longer one. Make it more minimal. Don't make it into a sales pitch, but truly just let your audience know what you're offering because these are the people that need it the most. And then I like to do the longer one at the end. That way you have two in there. Most of your audience is retained throughout that first half of your video. And then anyone who stays until the end is very interested in what you're teaching and might be the best fit in order to purchase or get into your program, whatever you're teaching. You want to make it clear, you want to make it simple, and you want to make it relevant to the video and the channel that you have. Some people like the approach where you switch up your call to actions in each of the videos to make sure there's no fatigue. So if it's book a call with us, then maybe you're going to switch it up and say, download our free lead magnet, download this, or check out this website. There's many different call to actions you could do based on your business goals. But what I personally do is I stick with my main call to action because not everyone's going to watch all of your videos. So what I like to do is throw the same call to action, the main goal I want them to take. I keep it simple, and that's usually book a call with us so that we could chat more. That's what I do for my real estate business, and it works extremely well, and my phone is ringing off the hook. And for example, as I'm teaching part 2, insert my call to action for you guys. But seriously, if you guys are thinking about starting a YouTube channel for your business and you're looking to unlock seriously high quality, consistent leads, no more wasting time on people who are not qualified or even interested in your services. I'm talking about people who have consumed your content, know that you're the authority in your space, and are excited to work with you. Then click the first link in the description. That'll prompt you to book a call with me, and we could discuss if YouTube will be the right fit for your business and map out a custom YouTube strategy for you. And back to the content, but that one sentence is so powerful. It gives people a clear path to follow. Not only did YouTube leads come in as higher quality, but they also are the ones who pay in full, where you get more cash to close and have a higher lifetime value. So the metrics on these YouTube leads are unlike any others in the business world, and this is why I'm so passionate about it. I spent so much time cold calling, doing cold outreach, posting on Instagram and Facebook, and I saw barely any results. It was tiring, I was burnt out, and I was sick of people not valuing my expertise and the service that I provided. So whenever I stumbled upon YouTube as a lead generation source, that's truly when everything changed for me. People started reaching out to me like I was a celebrity, and they were valuing my time. And time's the most important thing that we all have. It's something you can't buy. It's something you can't get back. So making sure you're spending your time with people who are truly aligned with your business goals is going to make a huge difference, not just in your business, in your life and your happiness. So qualified leads coming in, you need a call to action in order to do that, to make sure you're speaking to the right audience and give them a clear path to follow. And without this next step, 2 other steps do not matter because your videos will not be found. They won't be optimized for YouTube's platform. So moving on to step 3 is how to actually optimize your content in order to get discovered by the right audience and in order to appease YouTube's algorithm. So the beauty of YouTube is that your videos do not die 24 hours after you post them. Kind of like Instagram, they live on, they grow the longer they're on the platform, and they bring you in leads for decades to come. Videos I posted when I first started my channel 3 years ago still bring me in leads, and people still reference that video every single week. And this is why it's important to focus on evergreen topics. Instead of like news topics or what's happening right now, quick breakdown, it's important to frame your videos in a way that's going to provide value forever and seem relevant 10 years down the line. Imagine planting a tree that keeps producing fruit year after year without you having to replant it. That's exactly what evergreen content does for your business. It keeps producing leads and opportunities long after you hit publish. One of my first videos is about the top neighborhoods in Pittsburgh, as I was trying to attract people relocating to Pittsburgh and purchasing properties. And that's a video people keep bringing up, which is funny because it's my first video ever made on YouTube and it got like 50,000 views. And it was literally just breaking down 5 different neighborhoods. Now that is what I like to call evergreen. Yeah, neighborhoods might come in, more might spur up, but those are the foundational 5 top neighborhoods in Pittsburgh. And it was just my take on it. That's not going to change for me. And that video's helped so many people just understand neighborhoods in this area and is a huge lead magnet for people looking for nice neighborhoods and moving here to Pittsburgh. Or for example, George and Peter from Car Rental Coach. They make videos on best and worst cars to buy for the Turo platform, along with how to start a successful car rental business. Now, these are principles and factors that aren't going to change drastically, and these videos provide so much value for people looking to start a Turo or car rental business, and it drives leads into their business, no kidding, every single day. And these are the highest quality leads for their business, they have a substantial close rate compared to the Facebook leads that they get. And YouTube leads are considered the gold mine of their business, bringing in over $30,000 of revenue every single month. And the beautiful part is they also run ads on Facebook, but YouTube barely costs anything and Facebook you have to pay for. So it's honestly just another bonus. Free content will literally change your business and your life. So you make evergreen content, you provide real value in that content, you add a call to action. Now you have to make it SEO friendly. So you want to include those keywords we talked about in step 1 in order to rank for the terms you're looking to rank for and that your audience is actually searching out. This will give YouTube a good foundation to understand who your videos are even for, and that's when you could broaden out and maybe not include as many keywords, but try to make more broad content. So instead of how to start a Turo business with $0, might be more broad, like day in the life of a Turo host, something that could reach maybe a wider audience. Instead of people specifically looking for that, people just might be interested in the day of a life of a car rental host. So you want to leverage both strategies, but start with search, build your foundation with that, and then start to broaden out after that. But always try to keep those keywords in there. That way you're always making your videos SEO friendly, and not only in the title, also in the descriptions, also in the videos, what you're saying, in the tags, in your bio, and even the file name of your video before you upload it could make a difference. So keep that all in mind. Evergreen format examples. So I already went over the how-to. You could do listicles like 10 tips for productivity or whatever you teach. Resource guides, which I love, like the complete beginner's guide to generating leads from YouTube. You guys will see that video on my channel soon, so subscribe so you don't miss it. It's going to be super in-depth. Frequently asked questions is another one, and case studies and success stories. Those are all evergreen and they will always be there. So when it comes down to optimization, you have your SEO, you have your formats, you have your topics. Now it comes down to making the long videos that are value packed, not just long because you want to drag it out, but truly value per second, as Hermosi would say. You want to pack them with value. If it's going to be a 30-minute value, but you make it an hour, it's not going to work. You might as well just make it 30 minutes. That's going to be a key to getting YouTube to recommend your videos out. But in order for them to recommend your videos out, you need people to click on it. How do you do that? Well, it all comes down to the packaging, which is mainly going to be your thumbnail and your title. Now, I'm going to have in-depth guides on thumbnails and titles, and we talked more in depth about it in the last video, so I'll link that in the description below. But what you want to do basically is you want your title to be very curiosity driven. That's the #1 factor to get people to click, while still including your keywords. And you also want to add some urgency in there as well. And for your thumbnails, you want to make them extremely visually appealing. If you're a beginner at this and you've never made a thumbnail before, then I recommend studying niches that are similar to yours and also your own niche, but I would never copy something from your own niche. Instead, go to other niches. So if you're teaching people how to start a coaching business, maybe go to someone that teaches people how to start other businesses, like a real estate business, something kind of similar, and look at the formats they're using in the highest performing thumbnails. A lot of times you'll see different formats like transformation thumbnails showing before and after. You'll find a lot of faces, emotions, movement, arrows pointing and supporting the main character, but you want to make sure it tells the story of the video and also is as close to the opening frame as your video is possible. You don't want to clickbait. If it's a video of me sitting here at a desk teaching, then I actually is probably going to take a clip from this video of me going like something, something that shows what the video actually is. You shouldn't be on an airplane in your thumbnail and then the video has nothing to do with you on an airplane. You're just sitting at your desk teaching. You want to make it so they know what they're getting, but also make sure to keep in mind contrast from colors, emotion, things that are going to stop the scroll. Different colors are important. Yellows, reds really pop and catch the eye. You're competing against a lot of visual factors. So thumbnails are something that it's in depth. But what I would first do is maybe get a thumbnail designer and then show them some examples of thumbnails, tell them what the video is about, and they could work with you in order to make the best thumbnail that will complement the title of the video as well. You never want to repeat two factors and you don't want a bunch of text on your thumbnails. I would say 2 to 5 words at the max. The thumbnail should be a good job at showing, at telling the story. The title should be good at driving curiosity and really getting people to click. Basically, like, I'm going to die if I do not see what's behind this video. And the amazing part about all of this is you do not need millions of views. You don't need virality in order to make this work for your business. What you need is videos that solve problems of your ideal audience, clear call to actions that'll take them to the next step, and a focus on evergreen content and optimizing it for the algorithm. And you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't have the right gear, equipment, I'm not tech savvy, and I don't have the confidence to get there and talk on camera. But the truth is, you don't need to be perfect and you don't need confidence to do it. I wasn't confident, I still did it, and people resonated with me because of my authenticity and that I was out there just providing value. That's all you have to do. And the thing is, you guys are business owners, you already have the expertise. Now you just need to throw up a camera and teach what you already are saying on your sales calls. My videos were shot on my iPhone with 0 editing skills. It's honestly embarrassing, but what mattered was the message and not the production value. If you look, you'll see videos on YouTube that have hundreds of thousands of views that are literally 0 editing, but maybe a whiteboard video or someone literally just talking. And it's because of the value that that video does so well. And like I always say, consistency is going to beat perfection every single time. You want to commit to showing up, solving the problems, providing the value that you know they need, and from there, the results are going to follow. If I could do it starting with no fancy equipment, no knowledge on how to even talk on camera, and no experience as a 19-year-old as I was when I started, you can do this too. And today I have a system that works for me 24/7, brings me in consistent leads to my business that I'm excited to get on the sales calls for, and brings me in consistent revenue while I focus on other parts of the business. Think of it like building a bridge to your dream business. The foundation might take some time, but once it's built, it's solid. It'll connect you to the clients, income, and freedom that you've been working towards this entire time. And maybe you're thinking this all sounds great, but I don't have the time. Well, that's exactly why we created the YouTube lead launch system. In order to help business owners grow on YouTube, we could do everything for you from scripting, ideation, pre-production, post-production, and even upload it for you. Or we could speed up what would take you years to learn by coaching you through exactly what you need to be doing on your channel to drive in consistent leads as soon as possible. We've helped so many business owners generate leads from their YouTube channel, and as it impacted my business personally, this is something I'm extremely passionate about and committed to your success. So let's unlock leads and build legacy together, evergreen content that'll work for your business for decades to come. Click the first link in the description. You could book a call with me. We could see how YouTube could work for your business, what a good strategy looks like for it, and if we would be a good fit to work together. So click the link in the description and we will see you on the call. And if you want to learn lessons I've learned from generating over 1,000 leads into my business using YouTube, click on this video right here. We'll see you there.